Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so I just seen Lucas Browne made a post yesterday. Well, actually, he posted it yesterday. He's going to be fighting Wardley on the November 21st card. The headliner was going to be Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin. News came out today that Povetkin tests positive for COVID. So Povetkin and Whyte, they're talking about rescheduling it for January 30th. Okay, so that news came out. See who's in the chat. Demetrius Khan was good, man. So, but Lucas Browne also came out with something a couple hours ago on his Instagram saying, "Hey, man, my fight with Wardley is still on at Wembley on the 21st. So that card isn't canceled. They're still going to have the card." So Lucas Browne against Fabio Wardley. First of all, just my thoughts on that fight. I think it's a good step-up fight for a 9-0 fighter, and Wardley, especially for somebody like him. You know, he's not cut from that cloth of the Herkovics and the Joe Joyces, the guys with those extensive, crazy, amateur backgrounds like that. So for a guy like him, I think it's a very, even though he's been getting good sparring and things like that, I think it's a very good, you know, fight for him at this stage of his career. And as long as he does what I've seen him do, and who was that guy that he fought, man? Vasily, forgot the dude's first name. But in his last fight, if he can move around like that and use his mobility and lateral movement and use quick hand speed and just circle away from Lucas Browne and don't get into a trading contest and allow Lucas Browne to, try to land an overhand right or a left hook, I see Wardley winning this fight. I think Lucas Browne is more on the tail end of his career, man. I actually thought Lucas Browne lost that fight to Kamil Sokolowski. I've said that a lot, man, but I actually thought he lost that fight. And Browne has showed that he can be hurt to the body. We've seen with the Dave Allen, see him get knocked out against, Dillian Whyte as well. But he does have power, but that's if you just stand in front of him. And Wardley, looking at his style, from what I've seen, even though against limited opposition, he has very good lateral movement. And, so he can just take his time, use that jab. So it's going to be a big step-up fight for him, man. So a big moment for him, I guess we'll see. But if Lucas Browne can get him to stand there or can clinch him and, make him stop moving and get into a slugfest, I would probably favor I'd probably favor Browne in just all-out slugfest where they're just throwing haymakers, But I expect Wardley to win this fight. But what I'm thinking, and the reason why I made the title of this video is I found a replacement, is shouts out to Derek Chisora, man. The dude's a warrior, man. Win or lose. He even came out on Instagram like a couple hours ago telling Dillian Whyte, hey, I'll be the replacement. I'll step up and fight you. Now, I doubt that'll happen. I highly doubt that's going to happen, man. Although when those two share the ring, they do make for entertaining fights, win, lose, or draw. But that's not going to happen, right? The fight's on the damn 21st, but the 18 days is not going to happen. Now this was 19, if this is in the 50s or some shit, then it, could happen because fighters were fighting in higher profile or, big fights or whatever, literally, every other damn weekend. But I'm not sure how possible this is to get Michael Hunter to be able to replace Povetkin, based on, I'm not sure where Michael Hunter is in the world right now, but I'm sure there's some type of protocol with, you have to quarantine for however many days or weeks. I'm not sure, but there's 18 days until the fight. And I seen Michael Hunter make a post the other day referring, pretty much poking a jab at the news, but it was the news from Frank Warren saying that, Ajay Cabello has 24 hours to sign the contract, unless they're moving on to plan B, which is Carlos Takam. That's a whole different video, a whole different story with the Tyson Fury and all that shit, right? So Hunter's basically pretty much saying, read between the lines, like, damn, man, give me my shot. Like, and he even said it in the post that he put up, like, man, I'll fight you, Tyson Fury. So I definitely would think Michael Hunter would take this fight with Dillian Whyte if he was asked. And it's the history, the linking, right? The link between, Michael Hunter, and he fought Povetkin and shit, arguably won that fight, but it was a draw. To a lot of fans, he won that fight, so, and plus I think it'd be a good competitive fight. But that's who I would pick as a replacement, man, and just based on styles as well, because he has, he will force Dillian Whyte into a high-paced fight. But shit, from the eye test, it looked like Dillian Whyte can crack a little bit harder than Hunter. But I'm not underestimating Hunter's power, man, because he's been able to drop some heavyweights, that some people didn't think he would be able to drop, like the Kuzman and.
Would they do that? Would they allow Dillian Whyte to fight in November and then again in January?
Well, shit, he just fought the end of August, and he was getting right back in the ring. Yeah, because when did he fight Povetkin in August? Yeah, that's just a couple months turnaround. But and the thing is, and I'm speaking to my wife here, but another reason why I wouldn't be mad if Dillian Whyte moves on from Povetkin right now, because we don't know what type of effect this COVID is going to have on Povetkin, man. This shit's, to me, I know to a lot of people, oh, it's fake news. COVID is fake. Okay, cool. This shit's real, man. Like we just can't guarantee all Povetkin to be ready in November. And I know somebody brought up on my other video that another fighter had COVID, but then that fighter was ready. Okay, but it's different for everybody, man. Everybody's not the same. It's case by case. So, and we don't know if Povetkin will be ready by January 30th. We don't know how serious this is. And Povetkin won the last fight. It's not like Povetkin's being cheated out of anything. If anything, shit, is Dillian Whyte that needs the rematch against Povetkin than it is Povetkin need a rematch against him. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Povetkin or Whyte can take a fight against like a Michael Hunter, and then shit, that'd work even great to me, because if Whyte were to beat Hunter, he'll get Povetkin, and if Hunter, were to beat Whyte, he will get his rematch from his draw with Povetkin. I think it works perfectly in that scenario with Michael Hunter. But that's just my opinion on it, man. And what else I want to chop it up on? Chisora said he'll take the fight. I think Hunter should get the fight. The Wardley Browne. And also on the card, you got Alan Babbage. He's taking on UK journeyman Tom Little. Curious to see if Little can get him to like the 4th or 5th round in their fight, man. I know Babbage usually getting guys out of there in the first couple rounds. So curious to see if Tom Little can take him there. At least get him to round 5, 6 to see what kind of, see what that gas tank look like on Babbage. That's pretty much, let me see what y'all talking about, man. I appreciate y'all showing up to this one. Bruce Gold, salute, bro. My man, official AJ up in here. Oh, and I see you brought up Fabio. Let me say this one thing about Fabio. These fighters need like a marketing team around them, man. These fighters need like a marketing team around them, man, because right now, right, when just Frank Warren even saying Fabio's name, Fabio should try to parlay this into just getting his name out there to probably get him a big fight if he doesn't fight Tyson Fury, right? Come out on social media and say, so I'm not saying you got to disrespect Tyson Fury, but come out and just talk a little shit. Like, yeah, Tyson Fury, I'll sign a contract. You know what I mean? And if Wilder sues Fury or something like that, he can use that as, Fury ran from the fight. I'm just making up stuff, but like use this to market yourself as well. I don't know, man. Like these fighters, man, once your name gets put out there for the mass fans to see that your name is involved to possibly fight Fury if he doesn't fight Wilder, but all this news is going on, Fabio should take advantage of this shit and come out and say something. I know him and Tyson Fury is cool with each other because Fabio's been in a lot of I know he's been in the gym with Fury a lot because I've seen a lot of pictures of them together on Instagram in the past. But some of these fighters got to market themselves better, man. Like I'm sitting here like, why doesn't Fabio come out saying anything, like, hyping it up or something? But let's see here.
You done?
No, not yet. Let me read a couple comments, man, that I'm gonna hop off here. Dago 619, salute, bro. Official AJ, Blackout. Official AJ said if Fabio is the man for Fury, that's a good fight. Well, I would way rather see Fabio than Takam. Shit, but tell you the truth, bro, I would rather see Fabio fight Takam. You know what I mean? Than to fight Tyson Fury. But if I had to pick between the two, I would pick Fabio. You know what I mean? At least Fabio can say, well, shit, shit more. I know he's German, but he should, and maybe he's doing some German interviews that I'm not privy to. But man, once your name gets out there and people are just even talking about it as a possibility for a Wilder or a Fury or whatever, man, you got to capitalize on that. And, on the social media end, uh, my man James says, so will Whyte get a replacement? I'm not sure, bro. This is just me, you know, put my bid in for who I would like to see him fight if there was a replacement, but I'm not sure. Right now, they just have him not on the card, but they still got the card up. Tom Little, Babbage, and Wardley, and Browne, and there was some other cats on there as well. Vinyl Pugilist was good, man. Rory Tabori, he says Hunter can do it. I see Whyte getting timed and countered all night. And I think Hunter put that pressure. You know what I mean? He can fight at a high paced fight, man. You get these big guys, especially like a guy like Dillian Whyte, who starts the gas when the pace picks up in fights. Not necessarily when the fight's late, just when the pace picks up, he starts the gas. And he can still hang in there and throw shots, man, but he's very vulnerable when he's gassing out. Ben Lowe says Hunter versus Whyte would be one hell of a fight, and I think Hunter deserves it. But the thing is, Whyte's objective is to be world champion, and Hunter is dangerous and won't get Whyte closer to a title. Well, shit, him fighting, I get what you're saying, bro, but shit, him fighting Povetkin in a rematch isn't really getting him closer to it. I mean, it is in a sense, but he got knocked out by the dude too. So who's to say that going into that is any better than going into a fight with Michael Hunter? But I understand shit beating Povetkin to get you an interim. But shit, maybe the WBC does a great job of finagling their rules, so maybe they can do something. Because look, I understand what Povetkin is going through, but I just don't want to sit and just wait on him to get better. If he does get better, have him come back and still get a shot at the interim title. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm not saying his status should be removed, but just let some other guys, get it on, because we're not sure how this is going to affect Povetkin in the long run. Shit, he could be ready to fight no January 30th. He may be ready to fight in July of next year. Who really knows, man? Trap House was good, bro. Hey, Trap House, you was asking me last live stream who uh Ortiz is fighting, bro, and he's fighting Devin Vargas. I believe it. Damn, is he fighting Devin Vargas? I think he's fighting Devin. No, he's either fighting Alexander Flores or Devin Vargas. I think it's Flores. I think he's fighting Flores, and I think Zhang Jili is fighting Devin Vargas, bro. That's all get out there, man. Just if Dillian Whyte does want to fight, and I only made this because I seen Derek Chisora saying that he would take the fight, and I was like, shit, man. If there's somebody that I would pick, I'll pick Hunter. So I guess we'll see. Next shit, probably next 24 hours, hear from Dillian Whyte, and you know, see if he's going to move on and fight on the 21st, or if he's just going to say, hey, I'll just wait to see what's going to happen on January 30th. But I guess we will see, man. But if he does pick somebody, I would want him to fight Michael Hunter. Bruce Gold says Whyte has to destroy Povetkin a la Lewis Rockman in order to erase the memory of him stretched out. Yeah, he's going to have to run that back. Definitely going to have to run that back. But hey, man, y'all be easy. I'm gone.